Hello everyone, and welcome to the 5th edition of Race Review. I'm Ethan Price, and today we're going to be talking about all the action that took place Saturday and Monday. This past weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity and Cup Series took on the Monster Mile. Parker Kligerman started on the pole after qualifying was rained out. He would fail to lead a single lap though in the race as Cole Custer took the lead from him on the opening lap. Kligerman's day was quite short though as he got turned on lap 62 and crashed out of the race. The car that started first, ironically, would end up finishing last. One driver who was not going to be denied was Ryan Truex, though. Joe Gibbs Racing's number 19 was by far the fastest car in the field, and without question, it would dominate the race. His Toyota swept the stages and looked to be unbeatable. Now, 11 years prior in the June 2012 Dover race, Truex was on his way to his first win in what was at the time known as the Nationwide Series. With 6 laps to go, he caught lap traffic that raced him extremely hard and got him arrow loose off turn 2. That moment of weakness allowed his teammate Joey Logano, who led 154 laps that day, to get around him entering turn 3 and go on to win the race. Truex was left to finish second and heartbroken. Leading 124 laps, he cycled back through to the lead after late green flag stops and wisely managed his way through traffic this time around. This time, there was no need to rush getting through the lappers. The only thing he wanted was to take the white flag, and after a dominant day, he did. It was a huge moment for Ryan Truex coming to the checkers as he got redemption from defeat a decade ago and captured his first ever NASCAR Sanctioned Series victory in the same series that it had been stolen from him all those years ago. Although Ryan Truex is a part-time driver and only does a few races a year, this win could be the breakout opportunity he's been looking for in order to find sponsorship and go full-time with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2024. Now in the Cup Series side of things, just like what happened with Xfinity qualifying, Mother Nature washed out Cup qualifying as well. This meant that Talladega winner Kyle Busch would start from the pole. Rain also postponed Sunday's original scheduled race to Monday afternoon. Similar to Kligerman, the pole sitter would make contact early in the race and become a non-factor the rest of the day. Hendrick Motorsports' number 24 of William Byron appeared to be the car to beat, but that was early on. Byron took stage 1, but it was clear that the 24 had a short-run car, and Dover races normally had long green flag runs. Ross Chastain's own Chevrolet was a long-run car, and it became the new car to beat as he drove his way through the front of the field and won stage 2. Now, Chastain was also involved in some earlier controversy after he got back into the lap car of Brennan Poole going into turn 1 and spun him out. Chastain was battling for 5th at the time with Kyle Larson, who ended up being taken out in the crash after Poole's car slid up into his path and the two cars collided. The incident ended Larson's day early, and the fastest car in the field at the time would go to the garage to make repairs. The number 5 would return to the track, but being 32 laps down meant his chances of winning Monday's race were over. Chastain would have more on his hands as he and Martin Truex Jr. battled it out in the closing laps for the race win. His younger brother had won at their home track Saturday, and so too did he want to get himself another win at Dover. It had been 54 races since the number 19 had been to victory lane. It would be on this day that the track he got his first ever career win in the NASCAR Cup Series back in 2007 would be the one that would snap the losing streak. A late caution in overtime almost derailed those plans, though, but Truex held strong on the final restart and outdueled Ross Chastain and Ryan Blaney to pick up the win. This week, the NASCAR Cup and Truck Series are at Kansas Speedway. The Xfinity Series is on an off week, and so they will return the following week at Darlington. The Toyotas were dominant in the Cup race last year in both the spring and fall races, and 2311's number 45 car won both of these races with two different drivers in Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace. Will they pull off the three-peat with Tyler Reddick for the first time in NASCAR history? Find out Sunday.